Today we will talk about parameters in Revit. First, I welcome all my friends on my educational channel. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get new videos. Like and share also. Parameters are values used to control the properties of a component such as height, width, depth, and angle. They also control the appearance and visibility of a component. Parameters refers to mathematical equation and formulas in Revit family software that give the relationship among elements of the families. Parameters hold the computable data that define the properties of not only model components but also everything that makes up a Revit project. Parameters are a set of conditions that are used to control the properties of an element. Before you can understand how to use parameters to drive the properties of your objects, you need to understand the properties of parameters. When we select new family to add the parameters in a family, the Revit shows us many template files. We have 5 hosts for placing a family: floor, ceiling, roof, wall, and face. To build a family, we must make sure that this family where will be used. Some families are placed on the floor, like floor drain, floor standing WC, etc. So for them, we will use floor hosted template file. Some families are placed on the wall, for example, wall type light, vanity, etc. The wall host template file will be used for them. Some of the light types are placed directly on the roof and will use the roof template file for them. Air terminals, speakers, lights, smoke detectors, etc. are placed on the ceiling, so the ceiling host template file will be used for them. In the same way, if you find a face on an angle, or in other case you get a face of an object with any other condition, so for this face hosted template file is used. We create a new family using generic model template. Family category and parameters tool is found in the properties panel of Create tab. At the top is the category family. In the filter list, we will select a discipline. The family category list will be appeared by selecting the relevant discipline. For example, if we select mechanical discipline from checkbox, then family categories will be displayed within mechanical discipline. The family that we want to build will be in one of these categories. If we make an air diffuser, then its category is air terminal. Similarly, if a family of air handling unit or exhaust air fan is to be built, then its category will be in mechanical equipment. Below we can give the information and value of family parameters. Then there is a family type buttons in the properties panel of the Create tab. Here you can create a new family type with the new type button. The name of newly created family will as per the requirements of the project, and also the other type in the same family can be created with a different name. For example, we will make a type of size 600 by 600 in an air terminal family, and in the same air terminal family we create a second type of size 450 by 450. The selection of these two types of the same family is done with the type selector after selecting the family within the project. The second button is used to change the name of the family type, and the third button is used to delete the family type. In a family, we use a lot of parameters, so the search bar is used to find a parameter quickly. After that, the names of the parameters are seen in the first column, parameter. In the second column, we can give the value of parameters. And in the third column, a formula is applied to control the value of a parameter. For example, we create two parameters for length and width. For the length, we give the value 2000, and for the width, we put a formula so that the width is always half of the length. Now if I change the length value, it will automatically change the width value due to the formula. These parameters can also be logged after finalization. With the Edit Parameter button, we can change the parameter properties. With the New Parameter button, we create a new parameter, and Delete button deletes the parameter. After that, there are two buttons that are used to move the parameters up and down. The parameters can be arranged in ascending or descending order with two buttons in the last. Now we discuss parameter properties. When we create a new parameter, the properties of that parameter are displayed. First, there is the family type, which have family parameter at the top. Family parameters are used to build and define graphical structure and engineering data within component families. These parameters can be customized as needed to enhance the capabilities of component objects and to extract and analyze data. These parameters are used to control the properties of objects as needed. The family parameters are not used in schedules or tags and is only used in a single project. On the contrary, shared parameters are used for schedules and tags, and shared parameters are saved in the form of a file. Then this file can be used in any project. The first step is to decide what our need is and what kind of parameters to create to meet that need. When you create a parameter to hold some form of computable data, you want to define the way in which it will do so. When you choose to add a parameter, you have a specific purpose for it. You must decide that My objective can be achieved by which parameter? In parameter name, you must give the desired parameter name. The parameter name should be under your intended purpose. When you see this parameter in the project, then at the same time you understand the purpose of this parameter. For example, if you want to design an air handling unit, you need three things in the air handling unit: length, width, and height. So using the length type of parameter and dimension group, you have to name these three parameters: AHU length, AHU width, and AHU height. Provide the AHU sizes in value column. Similarly, for the supply, return, and fresh air connectors, you need the length, width, and height parameters again. So you must use the three parameters while using the system type with each connector. For example, for the supply air connector, we use supply air connector length, supply air connector width, and supply air connector height. Now, when you will name each parameter of connector separately according to the system, you will recognize the parameter by the name itself, that what objects in this parameter is meant to drive. Similarly, you may want some part of an object in a project, and same part you may not want in the same project. So you name the hide or unhide object first. Then you will select the visibility group by selecting the yes/no parameter. If you scroll down the type parameter, a lot of types you will find. Parameters are different for each discipline. You must choose these parameters according to your requirements, and it must be placed in the desired group. A family can be used multiple times. If the type option is selected while creating parameter, then the value of parameter will be the same in each family, and his parameter can be modified from the properties palette on the family edit type. On the contrary, in the instance option, multiple copies of the same family can be controlled by the parameter separately. And we control the instance parameter directly from the properties palette. For example, if you have created a family of square manhole of the size 600 by 600, then you want to keep the length and width of the same size everywhere. So for this, you will choose the type option, and the manhole depth is different in same network. So for different depths, you will use instance parameter. Parameter chapter is a very big subject, and its basic information I have told you. Now we will explore these parameters in detail in the next videos. In today's lecture we have discussed the parameter in Revit. I hope you have understood this topic. Stay tuned for more educational videos, BIM Talks.